So let's see. So just a bit of review. And just to review, make sure I can get myself all on the camera here. So Kia, Nia, Nakma. I'm going to point that way. So Kia, Nia, Nakma. So that's you, me, he or she, them singular. Kia, Nia, Nakma. Mahueno, Kia, Nia, Nakma.
Kia, Nia, Nakma.
Wow, when it's like I get to see it's like the Brady Bunch, so it's kind of pretty neat. Roy, Kia, Nia, Nakma.
Kia, Nia, Nachma.
Wow, when Tom, Kia, Nia, Nakma.
Kia, Nia, Nakma.
Wow, when Walter, Kia, Nia, Nakma.
Kia, Nia, Makwa.
Wow, when So what are we saying there?
You, me.
Kia is you.
Kwame, you, Kia, me, Nia, Nakma, he or she, them singular. Is this mic good? Too sensitive? Too loud? Or is it just right?
That's good.
Okay.
Can kind of pick up the women in the background a little, but not bad.
Well, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yep, I know my place.
You asked.
And then, quick thing, Quan, sta. Quan, sta. Right, so that's yes,
Where
no.
are you?
Quan, sta. So let's just go a little dialogue. I'll ask you how you're doing. I want you to say.
There's really no downloading. Just go to your.
Can I mute Mahueno? I can. I think I muted him. Muted him. Okay. So I'll ask you how you're doing, and you're gonna say I'm doing well, and then I'll ask you what your name is, and you'll tell me what your name is. So the conversation will be Konamante. Quano namante. Kagwai kitenewete. Brock and dinewete. Oh, and it's my attempt at a little acting. Mahueno. Konamante. Maybe he's still muted. It says you cannot unmute somebody else. Mahueno, you're muted, so I'm going to go on to Roy. Roy, Konamante. Oh, all right. Mahueno, Konamante.
Qua nonamonte.
Kagwai katenewete.
Makweno. Idenawese.
Wow, when Roy, Konamante.
Qua, no namunte.
On it. Kagwai katenewete.
Roy, nidinawete.
Wow, when Tom, Konamante.
Wa noanamante.
Kagwai katenewete.
Tom Dinewete.
Wow, when Okay, so what we're doing here, we're just getting a little dialogue, and it's so I'm asking, "Are you well?" And then your response is, "I am well." And then I'm asking you your name, and then you're telling me what your name is. So for the new people on here, Mahueno will just go through it one more time. And this is kind of how the dialogue is going to go. Mahueno ko namonte. He's muted.
Qua no namonte.
Kagwai katenewete.
Maqueno na dinuete.
Wawanit. Walter ko namonte.
Kohona Monte.
Kwano namonte anit. Walter kagwai katenewete.
Could you say that again, please?
Kwame. So I'll ask you kagwai katenewete, and that is what is your name? And then your response would be Walter and dinewete.
Walter. Didn't. This would be a whole
It's
lot
all right.
better in person.
Yeah. So Walter dinewete.
Walter Dene Way.
Well, I did. I think you did too.
On it. Dinewete.
Yes.
It's part of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll quick stop here and just do it. This we got a couple people that just joined on, and a couple people new to the class, not trying to call anybody out. So this is week 8. This is our 8th week. And after this class, what I'm going to do, we have an online dictionary. I'm going to send you everybody a link to that. And then we have a YouTube channel that we record all of these classes. So I'll send a link to that. And then we also have a app on our phone that it's really cool. Everyone kind of has been enjoying it, but you can take it anywhere and you can work on the Mahican language on the go. You take it with you. So, so if things seem kind of weird, it'll just take a little bit of time to get comfortable with things and, kind of how the class works. But so we'll just jump right back in. I'll have Walter and Kat. I'll have you guys at I'll have you guys be like the last two to go so that you can hear everybody's responses and kind of listen and hear rhythm to it. But so Lori, go on a monte.
Qua non amante.
Kagwai katenewete.
Tenewete Lori.
Wow, in it. All right, Kat. Go on a monte. I read her lips, and it looked pretty good. She's just muted. So if you just tap your screen, then you should get 3 little buttons that would come up if you want to unmute it. Oh.
Okay. Qua non monte.
Wow, when it. Kagwai katenewete.
Caitlin Ndewethe.
On it. Caitlin dinewete. Wow, when it. All right, so we're going to review what we did last week. And last week we talked about what do you have, right? Do you have certain things? And well, I suppose I can get on here and okay, there. You should be able to see the screen. So I'll ask Kagwai kachane. Kagwai kachane. So kagwai is what? And then kachane is you have. So kagwai kachane, what do you have? And then we'll just review this. So we have, so I'll go amhon. That's a spoon. Natnachawanok. Natnachawanok is a fork. Tachekan. That's knife. Kan. Kan, that's cup. Onoganith, that's bowl. And pakecho, that's plate. All right. So I'll ask you what you have, and then you get to choose what you have. So for the new students, the easiest is kan. That's a borrowed word, so that means cup. So kan, yeah, that means cup, and it sounds just like can. So that one's an easy one to catch on to. Okay, mahueno, kagwai kachane.
Onaganith and Gukane.
Onit, onaganith and gachane. So we have that difference. I'm asking you what you have, kachane, and then you say I have something, ngachane. So you, kachane, me or I, ngachane. Wow, it. Roy, kagwai kachane.
Hekun ngachane.
Onit, tachekan gachane. Tam, kagwai kachane.
Ketchup ngachane.
Onit, pakecho ngachane. Lori, kagwai kachane.
Oh, Pachekin, Gachene. Gachene. Gachene.
Wow, it. Tachekan gachane. Okay, Walter, kagwai kachane.
Qua hug one A. Trying to remember the word for can or cup. Sounds
Can.
like can.
Kan.
Con.
Wow, it. So I ask you again. I'll say kagwai kachane, and then you say kan ngachane.
Con.
So Walter, kagwai. Oh,
Okay.
Walter, kagwai kachane.
Well, Quan.
Kan ngachane.
Con Hognan name. Wow.
Kan ngachane.
Con Hognan name.
On it. Caitlin, kagwai kachane.
How do you say plate again?
Pakecho.
Pakecho. Pakecho.
Wow,
Ngachane.
it. Pakecho ngachane.
Pakecho.
Wow.
Ngachane.
Okay. So now we'll do the negative. And I'll ask if you have something. So it'll be, so I'd ask, pakecho kachane? Pakecho kachane? So do you have a plate? And then we'll say, sta ngachaneo pakecho. Sta ngachaneo pakecho. And the change in the verb is like if you say kwa ngachane, so kwa means yes, kwa ngachane, sta ngachaneo. So you have that eo at the end of it. And that's how the verb changes if it's negative, if it's no. So again, I'll ask, I think Mahueno is frozen, but I'll ask pakecho kachane, and then you're going to say stangachaneo pakecho. Stangachaneo pakecho. No, I don't have a plate. So Mahueno, are you with us?
Sa Gukano.
Oh.
Pakecho. Oh,
He's with us.
yeah, I'm along for the ride.
Roy, onog.
Sa Gukano. Pakecho.
Wow, it. Onewe Mahueno. Roy, onoganith kachane?
Sta. Ngukuneo. Pokecho.
Wow,
Oh, you didn't ask me Pokecho?
Nope. Nope. Roy, onoganith kachane?
Sta. Ngukuneo. Onaganit.
Wow, it. Wow, it. Tom, kan kachane?
Sta. Ngana. So let me try it again. Sta ngathane. Sta ngathane con.
Stangachaneo kan.
Sta ngathane con.
Wow, it. Lori, nut nachawano kachane?
I'll try this. I have to look though. Sta gachaneo na you said fork, didn't you?
Come.
Would you mind what do I say? Nolpe?
Nope. So nope, that means again. Or you can ask not dumaway. Not dumaway. And that's help me. Not dumaway.
No tamawe.
Okay. Nut nachawano kachane?
Sta gachaneo na na hua. I'm looking at the letters and I should listen. Could I let's see.
Nut nachawanok.
Na nachawanuk. So sta gachaneo na nachawanuk.
Wow, it. Wow, it. Okay, Walter. Kan kachane? So then your response would be sta ngachaneo kan. Sta ngachaneo kan.
Sta kaheno kahan. I don't know.
Sta
It's not sounding right. Sta
ngachaneo
kaheno
kan.
kan.
Wow, it. Caitlin. Kan kachane?
Sta
Sta.
Guthaneo Kun.
Wow, it. Sta ngachaneo kan. Wow, it. Okay. Okay, so we have nanema now. Non-name now. So we'll be talking about non-name now. So the man. Non-name now. Oh, that's loud. So Mahueno non-name now.
Now name it now.
On it. Roy non-name now.
Nanema now.
Tom non-name now.
Nanema now.
Walter non-name now.
Non name now.
On it. Caitlin non-name now.
Not name now.
Wow, on it. Lori non-name now.
Na name now.
Wow, on it. So that means that man or the man. Non-name now. So the question I'll be asking now, it is Kagwai Kano na Nemanau. Kagwai Kano na Nemanau. So let's just, we'll break that down. So we'll just start with Kano. So when I was talking to you, it's Kachane. And then when I'm talking about myself, Ngachane. And then if I'm talking about somebody else, Kano. On it. So Mahueno, Kano.
Con,
On it. Roy Kano.
Kano.
On it. Tom Kano.
Kano.
On it. Walter Kano.
Kano.
Caitlin Kahano.
Kahano.
On it. Lori Kano.
Kano. Kahano.
Wow, on it. So that is he or she has. And if we want to ask, Kagwai Kano. So that's the question. Kagwai Kano. Let's go through and do that one. Mahueno, Kagwai Kano.
Kagwai, Kahano.
On it. Roy Kagwai Kano.
Kagwai, Kahano.
On it. Roy Kagwai Kano.
Kagwai Kano.
Somebody mixing some music. Okay. So here's what we'll do is, so I'm just muting everybody. And I picked the right one, I guess. But so when I call on you, then we'll just unmute. We'll do it that way. Sometimes you can get an echo, and then it just bounces back and forth. But all right. So Tom, Kagwai Kano.
Kagwai Kano.
On it. Lori Kagwai Kano.
Kagwai Kano.
Wow, on it. Walter Kagwai Kano. And Walter is muted. So if you're on a phone, Walter, if you just tap your screen, then there's going to be 3 buttons that'll appear. Oh, there we go. So you just
Okay.
repeat. Yep. So just repeat after me. Kagwai Kano.
Kagwe Kano.
On it. Caitlin, Kagwai Kano.
Kagwe Kahano.
On it. So that's that sound. Yeah, that's definitely one to practice. That it appears often. So I just gargle a little bit longer at night when I'm using mouthwash, and that just helps me get some repetitions. Okay, so now we're going to ask what the man has. And for this exercise, we're just going to go with, we'll go with kan. That's going to be the answer, kan. We'll stick with that. Mahueno. Well, so this is the way that the dialogue will go. I'll say, Kagwai Kano na nemanau. Kagwai Kano na nemanau. So what does the man have? And then the response would be, Amhon Kano. He has a spoon. Or we're gonna do kan. That's right. Kan Kano. Mahueno's just smiling. He loves it when I mess up. So the dialogue one more time. Kagwai Kano na nemanau. Kagwai Kano na nemanau. What does the man have? And then response, Kan Kano. Kan Kano. He has a cup. On it. Mahueno. Kagwai Kano na nemanau. think he's working on unmuting himself. He's muted. So if you're on a PC or a laptop or something, if you bring your mouse to the bottom of the screen, then there we go. No pe mahueno.
Con.
On it. Roy. Kagwai kano na nema now. Oh, and Roy's muted as well.
Kano.
Kan kano. Tom kagwai kano na nema now.
Conchano.
On it. Lori kagwai kano na nema now.
Khan. Not
On
right.
it.
Yes.
On it. Yeah. So the general rule is that new information would come first. So if I'm asking what the man has, then you'd say the cup would be first. But if you say the man has a cup, you know, everyone's going to understand that. So I'm not going to correct that. So yeah, kan kano kan. A cup is what he has a cup. So wow in it.
Anyway, Brock.
Kwame. Okay, Walter. So I'll ask kagwai kano na nema now. And that means what does the man have? And then the response would be kan kano.
Kano.
On it. So we'll try it again. Nope. Walter, kagwai kano na nema now.
Kano.
On it. Kan kano. Caitlin, kagwai kano na nema now.
Kano.
On it. Kan kano. Wow, on it. Okay, kuche monde waganan. Kuche monde waganan. Questions.
Oh.
Sta khaneo. Sta khaneo. On it.
Well, I have a question, if I could. I don't know if it's
Mommy.
jumping ahead. If the answer would be yes, like with the case of a cup, you would say kwa gachane kan.
Kwang gachane kan.
Okay.
Yep. Wow on it.
Okay. Onebe.
And what would it be, Lori, if you didn't have one?
Sta gachane kan.
Close. Stang gachaneo.
The ending gachaneo. Thank you. I have a note of that here, and I
Mhm.
pay attention to it.
Yep.
So I'll be sta gachaneo kan.
Wow on it. Wow on it. Kwang gachane kan. Stang gachaneo kan. Were you guys looking at the top of my head the whole time? Or was the camera all right? Maybe it's just on my end. Okay.
You're all looking good.
Got no newe mahueno. New stuff. Okay, new. Well, this is all new for Caitlin and Walter. So we're gonna work on counting. So we're gonna work on.
You know, I knew Walter. And this is the first day I ever heard him called Walter.
Skip.
Yeah.
We'll go with Skip.
Everybody knows me as Skip.
Okay. Skip neweto. Skip neweto. His name is Skip. Skip Nehueto. Okay, so let's work on counting. So just before we start this exercise, I have to clarify that within the Mohican language, there are animate and inanimate things. And the farther you get in the language, the more you get to understanding that, or the less you get to understanding it, but you just it becomes normal. So there are animate and inanimate things. Caitlin, could you mute your microphone? Oh, no, it's just a little loud with the car ride. So animate and inanimate things. So we're going to start with counting inanimate things. And it's not entirely what you think. Inanimate things aren't always things that are not living, and animate things are not always things that are living. So an example is Nakan. Nakan, the cup, Nakan, that is an animate thing. And Naamhon, the spoon, that is an animate thing. And then the reverse example would be Nemain, the blueberry, that is inanimate. So na before a word, before a noun is going to represent animate, and ni before a word is going to represent inanimate. So we have na and ni. And right now we're going to work on counting inanimate things. Okay. So, Mahueno, Pascuan. Mahueno, Pascuan.
Pascuan.
Oh, nit.
Pascuan.
Roy Pascuan. Oh,
Pascuan.
nit. Tom Pascuan.
Pascuan.
Oh, nit. Lori Pascuan.
Pascuan.
Oh, nit. Walter Pascuan.
Pascuan.
Oh, nit. Caitlin Pascuan.
Pascuan.
Wow, nit. Mahueno Nesna. Mahueno. Kagwa get the nakana joth. Nesna.
Nesna.
Nit.
Nesna.
Roy Nesna.
Nesna.
Tom Nesna.
Nesna.
Lori Nesna.
Nesna.
Oh, nit. Walter Nesna.
Nesna.
Wow, nit. Caitlin Nesna.
Nesna.
Wow, nit. Mahueno Nachena.
Nachena.
Oh, nit. Roy Nachena.
Nachena.
Mahueno with the double tap.
Nachina.
Tom Nachena.
Nachina.
Oh, nit. Lori Nachena.
Nachena.
Walter Nachena.
Nah.
Nachena. Caitlin Nachena.
Nachinach.
Wow, nit. Mahueno Nauna.
Nauna.
No, nit. Nauna. Roy Nauna.
Nauna.
Tom Nauna.
Nauna.
Oh, nit. Lori Nauna.
Nauna.
Oh, nit. Walter Nauna.
Nah.
Wow, nit. Caitlin Nauna.
Nauna.
Wow, nit. Okay. Mahueno. No, nanana.
No, 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 no.
On it. Roy. No, nanana.
No, na, na, na.
Wow, on it. Tom. No, nanana.
No, 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 no.
Wow, on it. Lori. No, nanana.
No, 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 no.
Wow, on it. Walter. No, nanana.
No, none of what.
On it. Caitlin. No, nanana.
No, nanana.
Wow, on it. Wow, on it. All right, let me get to a screen here. Okay. Okay, does everybody see Tajekan? Everybody see a knife? Tajekan.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so Mahueno, I'm gonna on it. So I'm gonna ask Kaja Tajekan. Kaja Tajekan. So that's how many knife? Kaja Tajekan. And then so you'll answer Pascuan Tajekan. On it. Mahueno, Kaja Tajekan.
Pascuan Tahekan.
Wow, on it. Then Mahueno, Kuchemona Roy. Kaja Tajekan.
Roy. Kaja Tahekan.
Pascuan Tahekun.
Wow, on it. Roy Kuchemona
Wow.
Tom. Kaja Tajekan.
Kaha Tahekun.
Pasqua Tehaken.
Pascuan Tajekan on it. Tom Kuchemona Lori. Kaja Tajekan.
Lori Kaha Tehaken.
Pascuan Tajekan.
Wow, on it. Lori Kuchemona Walter. Kaja Tajekan.
Walter Kaha Tajekan.
Pascuan Tehagan.
Wow, on it. And I keep saying Walter because it's on my screen, Walter.
That's fine.
Okay, so Walter, I'm going to ask you to ask Caitlin. So when I say Kuchemona, that means ask somebody a question. So I want you to ask Caitlin. Caitlin, Kaja Tajekan.
Caitlin Tahagan.
Kaja Tajekan.
Kaha Tehagan.
Wow, on it.
Pascuan Tahekan.
Wow, on it. Now, Caitlin, Kuchemona Mahueno. Mahueno Kaja Tajekan. So then you ask Mahueno.
Wait, can you say it one more time?
Come. So, Mahueno Kaja Tajekan.
Can you say the first word after you say his name one more time?
Kaja.
Kaha.
On it.
Okay.
Kaja
Mahueno.
Tajekan.
Mahueno Kaha Tahekan.
Pascuan Tahekan.
Wow, on it. Okay. Nesna.
Can I say something real quick to Skip?
Come.
Sure.
Skip, the only thing I've been seeing all night, brother, is there's there's these words that we're saying that have X's in them, and it sounds like you're gonna spit. You know,
Okay.
and that's throwing you a little loop. So it's that spitting sound, and I know you're good at that.
It's going to take me a while to do this.
Kwame.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you're right on.
Yeah. Okay, so does everybody see two plates? So nesna pakecho one. Okay. Pasquan pakecho. Nesna pakecho one. Nesna pakecho one. On it. Pasquan pakecho. Nesna pakecho one. You see how it changed at the end of it now that we have more than one of them? So I'll ask, caja pakecho, and then the response will be, nesna pakecho one. Nesna pakecho one. Mahueno, caja pakecho.
Nesna pakecho one.
On it, nesna pakecho one. Mahueno, kuchemona roy.
Nampe,
On it, caja pakecho.
caja pakecho. Right.
Nesna Pakechuan.
Wow, on it. Roy kuchemona tam.
Tom Kaha Pukecho.
Nesna. Hang on a second. Yeah. Nesna Pakecho.
Nesna pakecho one.
Nesna Pakecho one.
Wow, on it. Wow, on it. So Pasco pakecho. Nesna pakecho one. Tam kuchemona lori. Caja pakecho.
Lori. Kaha Pakecho.
Nesna pakecho one.
Wow, on it. Lori kuchemona skip. Caja pakecho.
Who? I didn't hear the name. I'm sorry. Nope.
Well, I've been saying Walter, and I'm going to start saying Skip.
Okay. Okay.
So Lori kuchemona
Right.
skip.
Hey,
Caja pakecho.
Skip. Caja pakecho.
And then Skip, your answer will be Nesna pakecho
Nesna.
one.
Cage one.
Wow, on it. Wow, on it. So Skip, kuchemona Caitlin. Caja pakecho.
I forget the first part.
Nesna
Nathna Pakechoan.
pakecho one. Wow, on it. Caitlin, kuchemona mahueno. Mahueno caja pakecho.
Majueno pa. Sorry. Majueno Kaha Pakecho.
Nesna pakecho one.
Wow, on it. Nesna pakecho one. Okay. Nachna. Nachna onorganithan. Nachna onorganithan.
Nachna.
On it. So Pasquan onorganith. Pasquan onorganith. Nachna onorganithan. Nachna onorganithan. All right, so we have 3 bowls. All right, so again, we'll ask, I'll say, kacha onoganith, how many bowls? And then your response will be, nachena onoganithan. Nachena onoganithan. Machweno, kacha onoganith.
Noganith. Or nacha onaganithan.
Nachena onoganithan.
Nachana onaganithan.
Wawanit. Machweno, kuche mona, roy. Kacha onoganith.
Kacha onaganith.
Gena onaganithun.
Unit, nachena onoganithan.
Gena onaganithan.
Roy kuche mona, tam. Tam, kacha onoganith.
Tam. Kaha onaganith.
Nachana onakanithan.
Unit, nachena onoganithan. Tam kuche mona, lori. Kacha onoganith.
Lori kaha onokawith.
Nachena onoganith. Anithan.
Unit. Nampe, lori?
Nachena onoganithan.
Wawanit. Nachena onoganithan. Lori kuche mona, skip. Skip, kacha onoganith.
Skip ka onoganith.
And then your response, skip, nachena onoganithan.
Nahuk oten.
Nachena
Nahanak nahuk
onoganithan.
onagatan.
Onoganithan.
Onaganathan.
Wawanit, skip. Skip, kuche mona, Caitlin. Caitlin, kacha onoganith.
Caitlin. What is that? Wahaganan.
Kacha onoganith.
Hahag onaganan.
Wawanit. Then Caitlin, your answer, nachena onoganithan.
Nachina onoganithan.
Wawanit. Caitlin, kuche mona, machweno. Machweno, kacha onoganith.
Machweno. Kaha onoganith.
Nachena onaganithan. Caitlin.
Wawanit, nachena onoganithan. Very cool. Okay. So, kuche mond waganan. Questions. Kuche mond waganan.
So Brock,
I have a simple one, I think. Were we asking how many bowls are there?
Just how many bowls? Yep.
Okay.
How many bowls?
Right.
So that kacha, so kagwai, which is the one that we use a lot, kagwai, that's what? Kacha, how many? Kagwai, what? Kacha, how many?
Well, anyway, Brock.
Oh, man.
hey Brock, the apostrophe, I'll call it that, you know, like after the A and Nikana. I said it wrong last.
Nachena.
Nachina. It's like an abrupt stop in that last there kind of a abruptness to it?
Yep. So it represents a glottal stop, and sometimes you might see, well, like in the dictionary, it'll be a question mark without a dot at the bottom of it. But yep. So that represents a glottal stop. And so like when we're counting, so like you see it like so pasquan, ne sna. I cut that as soon as I start that vowel, I just stop it. Ne sna. Nachena. So so when you see that apostrophe or you see that glottal stop, that question mark without a dot, that's a glottal stop, and it's an abrupt stop.
Is the question mark shape only like?
On the,
Sorry, go ahead. Mahican.
I was just gonna say, on the, community, class on Facebook, I continue to use the glottal stop just to emphasize that upside down and abrupt stop type of thing with the question mark looking item.
And are those two marks interchangeable within the word, at the end of the word? Does it depend?
They're the same, correct? Yeah.
And the last question is, like the word ngatope. You try to say the N, it's sounded out, but it's very quick. It blends into that G or whatever letter the next second letter is, right? Ngatope. But it's almost like you're not saying
That's
the N,
correct.
but you do say the N, right?
Yep. It's very subtle.